Okay. I think we need to talk about the biggest news of this week to get part 2 rolling.
What?
Dusan Tadic has been rated the 20th best player in the entire fucking world.
Yeah, see, I saw you tweet that and I thought...
What? Sod everything else. Dusan Tadic, who has gone from Southampton to Ajax, has been rated the 20th best player in the world. Can I set you can one of you volunteer right now? I don't care who.
Go on.
Yeah, Jay volunteers. Jay, and I actually have full faith in you to do this. Name me 20 better players than Tadic. Because I genuinely believe you can do this. I can do it. I can do it if you can't.
Go on, you can do it.
Right,
you're ready
fine.
for this, I ain't ready.
Okay. Right, I'm going to start off with stuff I know. 20 better players than, oh God, this is Aguero, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Sane, Sterling, Laporte, Kane.
Wait, was he above? I thought Kane was like over there.
No, I'm not trying to change the order. I'm just saying that there are so many.
Okay.
But the point I'm trying to
yeah.
get at is that I reckon I could keep. If you gave me time,
Tomorrow.
I reckon I could pick 99 players better than Tadic. And that's not a slight on Tadic. You're great, but you are not the 20th best player in the world.
Yeah, you're right there. 20th is just mad.
20th?
It's like saying this podcast is the 20th best in the world.
Imagine going from Southampton, not failing at, not having a shit season at Southampton, getting shipped off to Ajax, and then going, you're the 20th best player in the world. No,
Did you know that? Well, I wonder if he was like, me?
Do you reckon he was sat there next to Mbappe he was like, you're right, Mbappe, you're right. Who are you again? Oh, I'm Tadic. Who?
I was at Southampton,
Don't get me wrong, he's a very good player.
What is Southampton?
I remember when he was part of that 8-0 win against Sunderland for Southampton, but he's still Dusan Tadic.
Yeah, like you said, there's so many more better than him.
Also, Messi won it, but Dusan Tadic!
No one needs to know about that. I think Tadic should have won it, to be fair.
Well, yeah, to be fair. He's been robbed.
Yeah, you're like 20th best in the world, mate. Come
20th?
on.
Let's show that man some respect. Do we think it's a fair?
Yeah.
I don't think Van Dijk should be top 3.
What?
No, I don't know. I just didn't think he should win. I didn't think he should win. I think he's brilliant, and he's changed Liverpool. But I just didn't think he should have won over them.
I personally think he should have won.
Really?
Oh, shut up.
Man.
That's a lot from me. I hate Liverpool, but all I can say is
Don't be ridiculous. Is he a better player than Messi?
No, he's not a better player, but that's not what the Ballon d'Or is.
So
Van Dijk had a better year than Lionel Messi. He is by no means a better player, but he had a better year.
No, I didn't.
He did.
He didn't.
Why?
Just didn't.
Okay, brilliant. That's some analysis from the back post there.
How many goals did Van Dijk
He's
score?
a fucking centre-back, you nonce!
Exactly. You're a defender, man. You should be defending him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, right, as a defender, Adam, is there a defender that you've seen change a team more than Van Dijk has changed Liverpool?
Just play.
Probably me, with my club.
To be fair, he's got a point.
Yeah,
There was
to be
nothing.
fair, thanks for watching, guys.
There was nothing without him. Nothing.
No, I'm sorry, but I just can't. He shouldn't have won it.
Who should have won?
No, Messi should have won it.
I just think Messi is the best player in the world and the best player of all time. But I just don't. If you just take the year in isolation, he was injured a lot. He got knocked out by Liverpool, but by bottling it against Liverpool, even though that free kick he scored in the first leg was sublime.
Messi did win two trophies and was the top goal scorer in one of them.
Yeah, no, but the Champions League, I would say, is... I don't know. If you're looking at this at a perspective that Liverpool only won the Champions League, and I know that is all they won, but why am I defending Liverpool? But Liverpool also, you're forgetting how impressive that points tally was. It's the third highest in Premier League history.
Yeah, and I think the thing that gets me the most about your argument is the fact that he changed Liverpool so much.
Yeah, but thank you. But you're forgetting that the only reason they didn't win the title is because of that 11mm that John Stones saved. Like,
yeah,
we're talking fine margins, and that shouldn't define that 11mm that John Stones clears off the line has no bearing on Van Dijk as a player.
He didn't win the league because there was a team better than him.
I would say better's a very harsh word to use that season. I would say
they're obviously better because they won it.
No, I think City were better last season.
Were better.
You can't say, "Oh, Liverpool were the better team last season."
I'm not saying they were the better team. I'm saying they were just as good as each other. But it was defined. The entire separation of those two teams were defined in a millisecond and 11mm. I think it's very harsh to say that City were. How much better was City? Can you quantify how much better City were than Liverpool? We're talking one tiny.
They won 3 trophies, and they didn't just do it in one tournament. They did the Premier League, which is one of the hardest leagues. They did the FA Cup and the League Cup, and they had the squad depth to do that and keep winning in the Prem.
Okay, right. So let's put the Premier League aside, which is, like I've said, a moment and 11mm split. Jay, would you rather your team win the Carabao and the FA Cup or the Champions League?
No, you can't say that because they won the Premier League as well.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, just for a moment, appreciate that the gap in the Premier League was tiny.
Yeah, of course it was.
Tiny, minuscule. You can't say the smallest gap in a league since City beat you to it on goal difference. And with the 3rd highest points tally in history, I'm just trying to give some a bit of love.
I understand you, mate. I completely understand you. And you've made a good argument, but I don't know. I just still can't see past Messi. He's just better on so many other levels than Van Dijk.
No, he is. Obviously. Obviously.
No, yours.
I don't know. It's just for me. I don't know. Didn't. No, it was Portugal, wasn't it, that won the Nations?
Well, let's face it. Tadic should have won it. So everyone's been robbed. Everyone's been robbed.
Well, it pains me to say everything I just said. We spent the entire season mocking Liverpool, but at the end of the day,
the whole season,
Jonathan Stone's Barnsley boy, 11mm. That's all it was. At the end of the day.
Yeah, 100%.
I would actually say, if you quantify that 11mm before the ball going over the line is actually technically a closer gap than when City beat United 2 on goal difference, if you think about it. Because goals are really solid, quantifiable things. Whereas that tiny split moment in a football match changes everything. And the sad thing is, what we're going to look at now is Liverpool will win the title this season, barring a fuck-up. And we're going to have a real conversation over who's had the better 3 years, Liverpool or City. And the answer, I think, unless City win the Champions League this season, will be Liverpool. Because I would rather my club have 1 Champions League and 1 Premier League than 2 Premier Leagues and no Champions Leagues, even if you do throw in a fucking Carabao Cup in there.
Yeah, 100%. Because the Champions League's everything, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.